What's up guys, Chris Zaldain here, hanging out at Highest Tackle Box along with Tackletour.com, and I'm here showing off the new Megabass rods. You know, the season's over, 2014, and we've got 5 new rods that I'm really excited about in the Orochi XX line, of course by Megabass. You know, last year at this time, Luke Clausen, Aaron Martins, Edwin Evers, and I all went to Japan and did a bunch of research and gave our input on some of the rods we'd like to see in the United States. Well, we asked and they delivered. So we've got a few new rods here in the lineup, and they're available December 2014. Starting with, you know, the 7'2" range of rods have been really popular in the United States over the last few years, and we came out with 2 new rods to match that length. They're both 5-power rods. One's a graphite and one is a composite hybrid. It's got some glass mixed in with the graphite, so it's a F572. Again, it's a Force 5, which is your 5-power, 7'2". This one right here is the XXG, which is the glass model. Great for crankbaits, great for mid-range crankbaits, shallow diving crankbaits, or even some of your quarter-ounce spinnerbaits and buzzbaits, things like that, if you want to throw braids. So F572 XXG, excellent moving bait type rod. From there, you know, we go to the graphite F572. So same length, same power, but this is graphite, which means it's more responsive. It's going to be a little more sensitive, and this is the all-around stick. You know, we've got a 6'10" spinnerbait rod, but you know, when you need that castability, when you need more distance out of those spinnerbaits, spooks, buzz baits, any of those fast-moving baits, again, this is a great option. 7'2". It's a F572 XX. We just leave out the G. That's the graphite version. Sweet rod. That's my all-around stick. I absolutely love that rod. Going into the spinning rods, this one here is the F468. This is our dock skipping rod. It's codenamed Ronin. And Luke Clausen was really adamant about the release of this rod. He needed a rod that was shorter to skip those little wacky rig Senkos, weightless worms, and some of maybe your shaky heads up underneath these docks. Very accurate rod at 6'8". This one's the F468 XXS. Shorter butt handle on that as well. And then we bring up Aaron Martins. You know, he's of course the drop shot and king. This is the stinger tip version. You see on some of the other Megabass models, they have what's called a stinger tip, and basically they take less material. They take material out of the tip section of the rods, giving it a faster action, which is great for drop shot. And you cast that drop shot out there. It's got a 1/4 ounce weight, but a real small worm on there. You've got the backbone of a regular drop shot rod, but a real soft tip to make that worm dance, especially when you're wacky rigging. So this one right here is this is the F3ST, which stands for Stinger, 6'10" overall. That's Aaron's new favorite drop shot rod. And then my absolute favorite of all the new rods that are being released in the Orochi XX line, this is the F1080XX. You know, I'm about power fishing. You know, I grew up 45 minutes from here on the California Delta, and this one right here is codenamed the Leviathan. We could take this rod up to Clear Lake right now, throw a big giant glide bait, something like the I Slide or some of the Roman Maids, things like that. With it being 8-foot overall length, it gives you plenty of power to, you know, it gives you plenty of length to load up that rod and send that lure out there. You know, with that as well, you know, it's got double foot guides all the way up the rod, and it's a real moderate style action. That's really hard to find with some of your heavier flipping sticks, heavier swim bait rods, but this one's real moderate. And the walls on this blank are a little bit thicker than the existing Orochi XXs. So again, it gives you that power, it gives you that instant feedback and sensitivity. So F1080, codenamed Leviathan. The other factor here on this swim bait rod, and also double duties for punching and flipping around heavy grass, but that shorter than normal butt section to it. You know, that's the last thing you want when you're dealing with a very large bait, a very heavy weight, and very big fish. is you don't want to fight with that big, large handle. So that's kind of a shorter handle that we integrated on the Leviathan rod. So, you know, if you're in the market, December 2014 or early of 2015, check out the whole new line of Orochi XX rods. Hey guys, I almost forgot. Out of all the new Orochi XX models, you know, perhaps this one here, this is the F5711 XXG deep cranking rod, codenamed the Launcher. You know, this rod has gone through 7 different revisions during its prototype staging, and this right here is the final product. Myself, Aaron Martins, Luke Clausen, all determined that this is the perfect butt length here. It's kind of a mid-length butt section. For casting those super far crankbaits, super deep diving crankbaits like your Strike King 6XDs, out here in California, the DD22, or on the Tennessee River, your fat-free shad, this rod will handle it. 7'11" overall length. It's a 5 power. It's got a real soft tip on it for those treble hooks on those crankbaits. When that fish eats it, those treble hooks are gonna just, you know, so slightly, you know, penetrate that fish's mouth, and there's your horsepower right there, the midsection of that rod. It also gives you the power to make those really long casts when you're throwing on 10-pound, 12-pound tests. So check it out. We are most proud of this rod here. It's the F5711 XXG. It's the Launcher. Check it out.